Hello and welcome my dear students of Standard 3. I am Rohan sir from Mehdi English Medium School. One more time I welcome you to today's science lecture. As you know that in the previous lecture we had just discussed about cow and bear, and you know that was an extra knowledge video in which I have shown you different types of cows, their habits, how are they useful, and cow and human interactions, and etc. And then after going through it, we saw the knowledge able things about bear, how the bears are, what are their types, which is the biggest, which is the smallest, and etc. But in the previous lecture, if you remember, we have left to do something. This only if you will have watched the previous lecture, then you will be able to know what things are missing. So if you have watched the previous lecture, you will be knowing that we have done lesson 1, from which we are going to get the information about different kinds of animal, be it herbivorous, carnivorous, omnivorous. So in the previous lecture, for the topic of bear, we have left few more details about bear, which we are going to cover in this lecture. So let's get started. Interesting facts about bear. So the first is layers on layers. That means they have double layers. Let us just read it out. While it's easy to think of bears as fluffy cuddle monsters, there's a lot more than meets the eye. There is a lot more than you see from your eyes. A polar bear's coat is made up of 2 unique layers. The shorter coat provides insulation from weather, while the longer coat prevents water from reaching the short coat layer and skin. Each layer serves a unique purpose and allows bears to thrive in frigid conditions. If you can see this picture, how can it survive? So because of these 2 layers only. Otherwise, we human beings, if we walk on this kind of layers, we will have to wear 4 to 5 layers of clothing. Correct? So this is how they are naturally blessed. Moving on. Second interesting fact is big, strong and fast. So grizzly bears possesses a biting force of over 1200 psi, which is enough to crush a bowling ball or an iron skillet. So just imagine how powerful their jaws are, how powerful their teeth are. Adult grizzly bears can run up to an incredible 40 mph, which is the same pace as a greyhound, and would actually break the speed limit of many roads in USA. So they are not only heavy, but they are also fast. Sometimes if you see the heavy animals, it seems to be that they can't run fast because of their heavy body, but these grizzly bears have the strong body as well as the fast speed. They are blessed with this both kind of speciality. So moving on to the next, bears can walk a short distance on their hind legs, which has led some Native Americans to refer them as the beasts that walk like a man. They are beast means big, giant and ferocious. So beasts that walk like a man, this is what Americans say to these kind of bears. So they can even walk on the hind legs, means like a human being. If you can see this picture I have brought for you, It is this ability that is cruelly exploited in the cruel bear dancing, as they are able to shuffle in a way that makes it seem like they are dancing. So if they walk like this, it seems like they are dancing because they somehow manage to balance themselves, and they are exploited in the cruel bear dancing. Why? Because in the circus, this ability is cruelly used to make them entertain audience. Bears typically stand on their hind legs in order to get a better view or scent of what's in front of them. So in order to, if they want to hunt or anything, so for that they are capable enough to stand like this. Isn't it interesting fact? Now we are moving on towards the information regarding lion. First we discussed about cow, then about bear. Now we are moving on towards lion. So if you have noticed something, my dear students, the cow which we discussed first was a herbivore. Then moving on towards bear, which was an omnivore. Now moving on towards lion, which is a carnivore. So this way I have selected the topic wisely for you to get it inside the mind, the difference and the interests. So we are going to learn about its eating habit, few facts and other informations. So let us get started. Now, lion, large powerfully built cat that is second in the size only to the tiger. So the tiger is much more bigger, or you can say not much more but bigger than lion in short, because tiger is a national animal, if you remember. So lion is only second to the size of tiger. The probable king of beasts. So he is known as king of beasts, even the king of jungle. The lion has been one of the best known wild animals since earliest times. So lions are most active at the night and live in the variety of habitats, but prefer grassland, savanna, dense scrub and open woodland. Historically, they ranged across much of Europe, Asia and Africa, but now they are found mainly in the parts of Africa south of the Sahara. You might have heard of Sahara Desert. Yes, it is very much famous. Even savanna forests, those are very much famous. If you watch Discovery Channel continuously, you will be able to see these forests and lands, because frequently they show about the tigers, about the lion, in which these are described. That's why I have highlighted this. An isolated population of about 650 Asiatic lions constitute a slightly smaller race than lives under the strict protection in India's Gir National Park and Wildlife Sanctuary. Gir National Park, 90% or I should say 99% of you might be knowing that. Where is Gir National Park? Correct? Even 60 to 70% of you might have visited Gir National Park, which is there itself in our state of Gujarat. So this is very much proud to know that lions are there in our state and we keep them in very much safety and protection. Reading from here, in some lions the mane and fring are very dark, almost black, giving the cat a majestic appearance. If you know mane, which is the hair on their back, and fring, which means the same, the hair around their neck. So if you have ever noticed, lioness doesn't have, but lions do have the manes and the fring, the hair all over their neck and the back. So which gives them majestic appearance, means the appearance of lion is in such a way that even if you see them from far away, it is highlighted and it is very much dangerous in look. Manes make male look larger and may serve to immediate rivals or impress prospective mates. A full-grown male is about 1.8 to 2.1 meters, which is 6.7 feet. Excluding the 1 meter tail. So if we remove 1 meter tail, if we don't count 1 meter tail, they are approx 6 to 7 feet. So just imagine, the humans normally are on an average nowadays is of 5.7, 5.5, and the full grown male, if you take into consideration, they can grow up till 7 feet. So he stands about 1.2 meters high at the shoulder and weighs 170 to 230 kg. How heavy they are. The female or lioness is smaller, with a body length of 1.5 meters, shoulder height of 0.9 or 1.1 meters, and weight of 120 to 180 kg. So there is a difference between male and female. Obviously, the lion's coat is short and varies in the color. So even the coat of the lion is of different colors. So you can even see black or brown sometimes. Now this is what I have brought the pictures for you. I have collected this picture. If you can see, white, brown, black and brown, just black, and different color of lions are there from different places. White lion from Timbavati, yes, captive white lion. These are of different names and different types. You can see black maned lion, Masai, yes, black maned lion, Kenya. So from different places, these pictures I have gathered for you for your knowledge. So if you can see, this line is from Kalahari Desert. Every detail is written here. So how majestic look they have. Just imagine, if you see the lions in front of you, you will not be able to run by their roar, because they are so much majestic. Interesting facts about the lion. Number 10. African lions are the most social of all big cats and live together in groups or prides. So pride of lion, a group of lion, collective noun for it is pride of lion. A pride consists of about 15 lions. 9. Male lion defend the pride's territory while female do most of the hunting. Despite this, the males eat first. So as you know, children, there is always the duty of female. Always your mom is the one who serves the food. Yes, she serves first to the dad and to you. That means first to the husband and children, and then at last they feed themselves. So this is what happens even in the lion territory. The female lion is the one who arranges the food for the others first, and then at last they eat. Number 8. These majestic cats are threatened by habitat loss. The lion is listed as vulnerable on the IUCN Reid list of threatened species. Number 7. The lion was once found throughout Africa, Asia and Europe, but now exists only in Africa with one exception. The last remaining Asiatic lions are found in Sasangir National Park in India, which was primarily created to protect the species. Currently, there are approximately 350 to 400 lions in the park. Okay. Sixth one, a lion's roar can be heard from as far as 5 miles away. So just imagine the roar. When the lion roars, the voice of the lion can be reached as far as 5 miles, means what? 8.047 kilometers away. So how ferocious they might be. Number 5, a lion can run for short distances at 50 mph and leap as far as 36 feet. These are really interesting facts. Moving on, number 4. Even though the lion is sometimes referred to as the king of the jungle, it actually only lives in the grassland and plains. The expression may have come from an incorrect association between Africa and jungles, or may refer to the less literal meaning of the word jungle. Number 3. A good gauge of male lion's age is the darkness of his mane. The darker the mane, the older the lion. So this is how they are recognized. Number 2. A lion's heels don't touch the ground when it walks. So when the lion walks, their heels do not touch down. Only the palms, the front part, is the one which touches down. Number 1. A lion may sleep up to 20 hours a day. So that doesn't mean, students, that you will get inspired by it and you will start sleeping for 20 hours a day. This is just a lion. They are the animals, correct? They are the wild animals. So they need the sleep as per as their food. If you know that how much they eat, if you have watched Discovery channels, you must be knowing that how much food they need. So students, I want you to repeat only three facts after me. So please carefully listen to me and repeat the facts after me. The short ones I will choose for you to repeat it, because these are must. If you know this, like I said in the previous video lecture, knowledge will not go anywhere. So just repeat 3 facts after me about lion. First, this one: a lion may sleep. I hope that you are repeating after me. A lion may sleep up to 20 hours a day. Up to 20 hours a day. So now you should have this general knowledge. If someone asks you that how much can the lions sleep, or how much do they sleep, you should know that they'll sleep 20 hours a day. Okay. Second one: a lion's heels don't touch the ground when it walks. Repeat it one more time as it was lengthy. A lion's heels don't touch the ground when it walks. Now this sixth one: a lion's roar can be heard from as far as 5 miles away. Repeat it one more time. A lion's roar can be heard from as far as 5 miles away. Okay, one more I have here selected for you. Male lions defend the pride's territory. Just repeat quickly. Male lions defend the pride's territory, while female do most of the hunting. Despite this, the males eat first. So these were the basic information. You should know this if you need to narrate something regarding lion to your younger brother or sister, or to anyone else who is not familiar as much as you are now. You should be able to answer them properly, correct? So I hope that you have now plenty of information, 10 facts also about the lion. Moving on towards the worksheet on carnivores animals. Now this worksheet is not only on the carnivores animal, as the first question only belongs to carnivorous animal and the remaining will be in the mixed question of lesson number 1. Now you know in the lesson number 1 all kinds of animals were included, and today itself I gave you the overall brief idea that we have gone through the herbivores, carnivores as well as omnivores. So the first question is on carnivore and the remaining will be the mixed question. Let's see how interesting this worksheet is. Yes students, this time you need to shout the answers if you know the correct answers. So first let me read the questions for you. Which sentence best describes carnivore's feet? Now here are the sentences. So these are the sentences. You need to read this and you need to see that which describes the best that how the feet of carnivore animals are. So if you have observed the feet anywhere in the lectures, if I have shown you this photos, if you have seen anywhere in the Discovery Channel, so you just try to understand the line and try to connect it with carnivore animals. Okay, the first sentence is carnivores usually have hooves on their feet. No, I have never seen that hooves on their feet. Then B sentence is carnivores usually have webbed feet. No, they don't have webbed feet. Then what about the C? Carnivores usually have soft pads on their feet and claws. Claws means the part of the feet where the nail and where the fingers are there. That is called claw, from where they hold their food. And D one is carnivores usually have large and flat feet. No. So they don't have flat and large feet, but yes, I'll give you 2 seconds to think about the answer. Okay, so just guess any one answer which is true according to you, and then I'll display the correct answer. Okay, so moving on towards the correct answer is C. Carnivores usually have soft pads on their feet and claws. If you see they walk, if they go somewhere to hunt, they don't make noise, they silently move, they creep. They simply creep in the way that the other animal which they are trying to hunt, they will not be able to listen their footsteps, they will not be able to hear their footprints. So this is what technique they have. This technique is only because of the soft pads, the palm you have, you say where you wear the shoes. So that part, particularly for animals, for these carnivores animals, they have soft claws and soft pads that help them to walk in jungles. And even if you walk in the jungles with the bare feet without wearing any kind of shoes or slippers, what will happen? You will get hurt with thorns, isn't it so? But these animals are naturally made in the way that they don't get bothered because of any of the thorns or any kind of cactus or anything. They have this naturally blessed body and naturally gifted, the knowledge. They know where to walk, how to walk, and when to walk. Moving on, now we are moving on to another part of the worksheet where you need to choose anyone. What do you have to choose? Tell whether each mammal is carnivore, herbivores, or omnivores. You need to select. I'll give you the name of the mammal, you need to select. Okay, here I will describe you wherever it is needed, I will elaborate it wherever it is needed, but you need to answer, you need to shout the answers at your home like you did for the previous worksheets. So think the answers and speak the answers. So now there is no one at your home to laugh at you, so you can easily give the answers. First one is lion. I'll give you the time to think and shout the answers. Okay, your time starts now. And that is the end of the time. So what according to you is lion? Carnivore, herbivore, or omnivore? See, some of you still make confusion. That is why I have brought this short exercise for you. Let me reveal the answer. Answer is carnivores. Why? Simply because carnivores never eat leaf or grass. They only eat flesh. They hunt other animals and they eat that. They never eat grass and fruits or anything. That's why they are carnivores. So lion, I have never seen lion eating fruits. So it is obviously a carnivore. Wolf. Wolf, it is just like German Shepherd dog. If you have seen German Shepherd dog, it is a breed of dog, and if you have not seen wolf, there is no big difference. They are as ferocious as the dogs, German Shepherd dogs are. They are too much dangerous and even wise. They have the sharp brain, mind. So what do you think wolf are? Have you seen wolf anywhere in the television or anywhere eating grasses, or even in your books? Are there any description for the wolves that they eat grasses? Okay, just guess your answer. I'll give you 2 to 5 seconds to speak the answers, whether it is carnivores, herbivores or omnivores. Okay, I think you have already made up your mind what exactly the answer is. So let's see the correct answer. Carnivores. So wolves are also carnivores. If you see teeth, the jaws and everything the wolf has. If you have seen my previous video lectures in which I gave you the extra knowledge using animations, in that I even showed you the jaws, the upper part and the lower part of the mouth of the wolf. So there it was clearly written that the wolves are carnivores because they are made such and they never eat grass, fruits and etc. Horse. Now horse you all know, you all have seen horse. Many of you might be learning horse riding. Yes, those are domestic animals, those are not wild one. So what do you think? Horse eats grasses only, or even the horses only eats the food which is fed to them by humans? No, that is not possible, no? Okay, if we keep horse at our place or keep it as a pet, we can feed them, but what about others? So what do you think? Do they eat the flesh of other animals as well? Just think about the answer. I'll give you again I'll give you 2 to 5 seconds to think and to speak the answers, whether it is carnivores, omnivores or herbivores. Okay, I think you have already decided what the correct answer is. The correct answer is herbivores. So those who have said that sir it is herbivores, you are absolutely right, students. Horse is a herbivore animal. Correct? It doesn't eat any kind of flesh of other animals. It only consumes grass, and mainly the beans are very well known to feed them. They even eat hay and different things which humans feed them. So in short, they never eat meat or flesh or any non-vegetarian items. They only are dependent on the grasses and the hay and the fruits and etc. things which human provide them otherwise. So horses are herbivores. Fourth one. What do you think, students? Beer. Now see, I already showed you the details regarding beer. I even gave you the hint while starting the information of lion. While explaining you that, I gave you the hint that cow, bear and lion. I gave you the each type of example of animal of each type. So you should know now. So I'll give you 2 seconds only to think and answer. Okay, so many of you might have answered, many of you are still confused. So I'll first display the answer. Bear are omnivores. For the ones who have still misconceptions, please make sure bear are even found eating the fruits, the vegetables, the grasses, and at the same time they are even found eating the fishes and different seafoods which are available nearby and other kinds of flesh. So bear are omnivores. Moving on to fifth one, human. What do you think human beings are? See, human like me and you can eat both the non-vegetarian items and vegetarian items. There are specially 2 things for the human beings to eat, non-veg and veg. Correct? that is another thing, that you eat the heads of teachers and the parents also. That is not non-vegetarian item. Okay, jokes apart, what are human beings? They are carnivores. They only eat flesh? No. Some of them are only dependent on the vegetarian item. Then, are they herbivores? No. Some of them even eat the non-vegetarian item. They don't just eat the fruits and vegetables. Are they omnivorous? Yes, they are omnivorous. Why? Because human beings, some are vegetarian, some are non-vegetarian. But here, human being is, in general, it is considered to be omnivorous. Why? Because they can even eat flesh, or they can eat only vegetables. It depends on their own choices. Okay. So with this, I thank you for watching the video lecture, and I hope that you have gathered a lot of knowledge about the bear and the lion from this lecture. With this, I end my lecture and hope that you have gathered a lot of knowledge which is described in this lecture. With this, I end, and I also say that with next lecture I'll bring few more animals and the details like we did for carnivores, herbivores and omnivores. Goodbye. Take care.